Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here, and welcome to BBallBreakdown. The 2016 NBA Finals has been filled with plenty of highlights, lowlights, and intrigue. And while you're watching the games, I'm sure your eyes are drawn to the stars on the marquee as LeBron, Steph, Kyrie, and Klay have taken turns putting on a show. But one thing I bet you haven't paid much attention to is how Steph Curry runs the Warriors' offense. While the position he plays is called point guard, it's safe to say with his shooting and ball handling, he's redefined the position he plays. While most traditional point guards handle the ball most of the time to initiate their offense, Steph spends a significant amount of time off the ball as well, acting like a shooting guard and bending the defense to his will. So, we went through each Warriors possession that started with a player dribbling the ball over the half-court line and broke it down into plays where Steph brought it up and plays that any other player initiated. I wanted to see if Golden State's offense worked better when Curry brought it up, or if getting him off the ball unlocked more of their beautiful game. Right off the bat, we can see the general numbers begin to tell a story. The difference in points per possession when Steph starts off the ball compared to on the ball is 0.05, which is the same difference between number 2 ranked San Antonio and the 16th ranked New Orleans Pelicans. And overall, the team shoots 4 percentage points higher simply by letting someone else initiate the offense. Let us look at a typical possession when Curry brings the ball up to start. On this play, Steph can dictate his starting position and run their bread and butter low post elbow split. Curry commands so much attention that Barnes can cut back door for the and one. Now let's look at a possession where Curry begins off the ball. Here, he can ball screen to force the big onto him, and he can take advantage by splashing the three in Tristan Thompson's face. The Warriors are so versatile that almost anybody can push the ball up the floor, and Livingston is the second point guard out there. This instantly forces a mismatch because the defense had no time to get in position. With Thompson chasing Curry around and Kyrie on Iguodala, there are plenty of holes to exploit, and Curry finds Livingston for the little jumper. You may wonder why the offense is not nearly as good when Curry brings the ball up the court himself. One pattern that emerges is that generally, he's not getting the ball with an opportunity to push the ball up the court, allowing the defense to get set. That said, many of the Warriors' possessions start with Curry bringing it up only to pass the ball and attack using off-ball screens. But the Cavs had more success against the Warriors' traditional floppy sets since they can decipher the method once Curry goes towards the baseline to come off of screens. They can be a little more physical with him, and his gravity seems less effective for everyone else, forcing them to come up with their own shots that end up being quite difficult. And the Cavs have been better prepared for some of the clever action. And for whatever reason, Curry has struggled when faced with the shot clock winding down and needing to find some of his three-point magic. Looking at Steph's own offense, the difference is even more dramatic than the team-wide results. His efficiency and shooting percentages are off the charts when he starts out without the ball in his hands. While the floppy sets when he has the ball don't work as well for him, letting him start on one side and get a rhythm using his change of pace as well seems to help him make more shots. On this possession, not having the ball allows him to put Shumpert to sleep as he walks towards the three-point line. Then they can swing it to him where he can instantly break into a furious attack with the ball screen, stepping back for the type of three we're accustomed to him making. Meanwhile, this final series is littered with Curry early offense threes clanking off the rim when he brings it up, unable to find the range consistently on these types of shots that usually get his team going on a big run. So let's look at how starting the offense with Curry either on or off the ball affects his teammates. Klay Thompson is much better when Curry brings the ball up, and you can see how much focus Curry garners, sucking defenders up out of the paint towards him, allowing Klay to cut to open spots for easier shots. And you can see that Klay and Curry just have a deep understanding of each other's games, and when Curry handles the ball out top, he can hit him with perfect timing and accuracy for open threes. In an interesting parallel, Draymond Green is the opposite of Klay. When Curry starts the possession off ball, Draymond's numbers rise quite steeply. One reason Draymond benefits when Curry is off ball is that he gets to set off-ball screens for him. Once Curry's gravity sucks his man away, he's free to bomb from 3 wide open. And when Curry gets into the corner on the weak side, no one is willing to rotate off of him to the rim, which gave Draymond the easy flush. Harrison Barnes is like a completely different player on offense when Curry brings the ball up, and it's easy to see why he benefits from the initial high pick and roll for Curry. The Warriors are so good at hitting the short roll that Barnes need only patiently wait in the corner for the kick out after the defense gets bent out of shape by Curry's gravity. And the Warriors run motion weak so often with Curry bringing it up that the extra side-to-side action before the pick and roll tends to remove focus on Barnes, opening him up for easy looks. Andre Iguodala, like Draymond, also does much better when Curry starts the possession without the ball. And when Curry can set a back screen for him, forget about it, Dunk City. And watch how having Curry on one side and Klay on the other opens the whole lane up for everyone else, as Draymond can get right to the hole and dish for an Iguodala layup. That said, Iguodala has shot very well when Curry has brought it up as well, which allows him to set a quick screen that forces a switch, where he can then use Steph's gravity to get to the hole without fear of help coming from Thompson. So there you have it, sports fans. The numbers make it pretty clear that when Steph starts the possession off the ball, the Warriors have had a much better outcome with their half-court offense. Over 5 games, there's enough data to balance the small sample size argument. And I certainly think that if the Warriors hope to end this series once and for all in Game 6, they should really consider finding more ways to get Curry off the ball and wreaking havoc on the Cavs' defense.